So, no matter what I say or do, I have people who love me so much they hate me, or they hate to love me, so they hate me so much that they hate me. And it's complicated to say that because I'm not a narcissistic person. I'm not a known liar. I don't get any benefit from lying to y'all. But, the way I have been treated, people sitting there saying, well, treat her with disrespect and I'll pay you. Or, one of them sat there and said, I'll give you this amount of money if you sleep with her. There's just no, they don't appreciate a person. They appreciate things, items, money, profit. They don't care about the person behind it. And it's not necessarily that they don't. It's when you sleep with someone, when you're around someone, you gotta be careful they don't steal your soul, they don't steal your energy. You gotta be careful that they don't try to manipulate you. All these different things should come into play where you all comprehend just how valuable or how invaluable you become to a person based off of your behaviorisms and based off of what they can get from you, right? I don't like to use people. I don't like to use, animals. I like to utilize things, items. I'm not a bad person. I have moments where I act bad, but that's normal as a human being. That being said, I shouldn't have to worry about everything, and I have moments where I'm just like, yeah, I should get that for free. Yeah, I should get this for free. I know who I am. I know why I should get it for free. It's not like me sitting there saying, well, I want this, therefore give it to me. No, it's me knowing who I am and knowing how disrespected I've been throughout the years. But that doesn't mean that I should go up to you and demand things from you just because I know who I am. But they have been doing that in society. I've got a female, and I've had most of the time it's females or males that I don't allow to sleep with me. Typically, the only time anybody ever gets mad is they don't get something from me. That's the only time they're mad at me, is when they don't get something from me, whether they want it or they expect it. And it's frustrating because I feel like there's no way for me to get ahead of the situation without them sitting there believing that I owe them something based off of their insecurities and lack of self-worth to go earn it. But I've got people sitting there saying, see, she's asking for free shit again. No, I have nothing left. Stimulus checks themselves left me with nothing, and that's just not one thing that I did. Stimulus checks, welfare, stipends, you guys get Social Security. I'm not saying I was the only one who did all of those, but I did quite a bit of investing into my country. And what is my country's apology to me? And I'm not saying that their benefit or their gift to me is, what is my country's apology to me? Oh, well, we don't give a shit. You're giving it for free. The government doesn't do enough. A mother nurses her child until the child either doesn't need her milk anymore or the child has another source of food, right? So you're not supposed to be sucking off the government tit for the rest of your life. Why? Because that's a sexual immaturity. It's causing sexual immaturity amongst these boys who've become men, and the only thing that makes them men is their height or their age or whatnot. And it's frustrating to me because, I know children who act better than some of these men. Just because you grow up or just because you grew up doesn't make you a man. Just because you grow up or grew up doesn't make you a woman. You are a male or a female. It's simple as that. But you go through the different stages of development: child development, social development, emotional development, psychological development, mental development, sexual development. There's appropriate age brackets when you go through it, or when you're supposed to be appropriately aged to go through certain bracketizations of those categories of theology. But I've got females who are like, I just want to be the queen of the country. I want to be the queen of the world. And so instead of being respectful to me, they believe anything anybody else says that has no value and no credit within self-worth. See, you guys have a net worth. Your net worth doesn't equate to my net worth. But my net worth isn't the same as your financial stability. you can be financially stable and have no self-worth. Whereas opposed to me, I am not financially stable, and I have complete self-worth, and I'm working on my confidence in myself. Most people have gone through some of the things I've gone through, and I hope that not everybody's. I hope that there's something that I've been through that nobody else has been through, but I don't want that and wish that upon somebody else. Like, you guys don't become a dom by being domineering over a person with abuse and torture and threats and all that shit. You know, being a dom is not about being dominificated towards them. It's about being dominificated into knowing who you are and knowing your limits so that you can speak up, so that you can say no, so that you can say yes, so that you can do what it is that you need to do for your self-worth. If I had to put a dollar amount on my self-worth, I'd be the richest person on the planet, and I kind of really am, but it's not finances. See, I invested my finances into countries in the world to where we could stabilize, because I believe that nobody should starve. I believe that there's no person on this planet that should starve. I believe that everybody should have access to education. But I don't believe that it's appropriate if in the event you desire to call me a Democrat. Don't do that. I believe in true democracy. I believe in a true democracy. I'm not a Democrat. So could you please respect me and realize that I don't need to go around acting like I know everything. I don't. But if I know something, I should probably advocate so that other people might learn something, know something, become wise, or at least applicate their education, their training, their knowledge to make it wisdom. So what's the problem with me? Well, I'm dyslexic. I think differently, sometimes slower than y'all. You guys take advantage of it. The things I've been through, I don't talk about most of the time because I don't want you to ever have to know half the stuff I've been through. I don't want you to ever have to experience the bad things that I've been through. I want the best for each one of you. I want to be able to sit there and be proud of what I'm stabilizing as a structure, mentally, physically, emotionally, within today's society, to improve myself from yesterday's society so that in the future, when I'm not around, I leave my blueprint on something. It's like, I did that, I accomplished that, damn, I did that. I don't even have a diploma. Like, that's the one thing I want for me, is I want to be able to sit there and say I graduated high school. All I have is a GED. I wanted to go to Princeton, I wanted to go Harvard, I wanted to go Yale, I wanted to go to all 3 colleges, and I wanted to do them back to back or all at the same time. I wanted to serve, to protect, and to heal. I wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, and have my own daycare. And all I have from my life is a bunch of what I've been through that has been set out to destroy me. I mean, I lost my kids for doing the right thing and keeping them from being harmed. I didn't take them from me. Society took them from me because of companies like CPS who are problematic. And I'm no longer ashamed of telling my story about it, but I never deserved having my kids ripped from me. My kids fought over dishes and laundry. Like, we had an effective ecological, economical value within our household. House wasn't always clean. There were things that I didn't agree with, the kids did. There were things that I should have been better at. But the only reason that my house looked as bad as it did was because they took pictures after they destroyed it. But they loved making me look bad. Why? Because I wasn't there to tend to whether it was fact or not. But while y'all judge me, you have no comprehension of how loving and how appreciative of the fact that I'm still here today. You should be. Society says that I should be suicidal because of what I've been through. Should I think that about all y'all? No, I want you guys to move forward. I want you guys to improve. So could you just get off my back and stop sitting there saying this and saying that? All y'all's expectations of me are minuscule compared to my expectations of myself. But your opinions are what you weigh your entire theology on, and your opinions are like poop. It comes out your butt, right? It usually stinks, right? Everybody's got an asshole. Don't be an asshole if you can avoid it. And if you must be an asshole, that's wonderful. But if you're an asshole to me, I'm just going to mirror it towards you. Or maybe I won't. Good question, right? Good statement. Is that a possibility? My best and my worst attribute is my mouth. And every other thing about me. But my worst problem with society is that I actually care about everyone on the planet. My title is native. I am godmother of Indionete, the tribe of humanity. It's above all reservations, above all tribes. But because those who don't know jack crap from anything that they're supposed to won't sit there and say, no, I'm in the position, I'm a tribal leader, I'm a tribal My position's over you. You don't see me rubbing it in your face. You don't see me lying to people about you. I ain't got time for y'all. My time is valuable. My time is so valuable that all I have in finances is an EBT card with some money on it so that I can get food. They even took my cash assistance away because I didn't show up for a thing that I shouldn't have to show up to. No one who fucking pays the bill. That's a fact. But yet they want to sit there and say, oh, the PIN number's changed. I didn't change the PIN number. I didn't change the PIN number. I didn't block the card. I probably should block the card. I evaluate my finances. I budget my finances. And I ain't got shit. But you guys have been using knowledge to get what you want for free. And then sitting there letting everybody sit there and tell me, oh, she's trying to get something for free again. Very rarely do I get anything for free. More importantly, I don't abuse anything. At all. But you guys' opinions are abusive towards me. You know, I can have anything I want in the world, and what do I choose? To not want for the things of the world that can't make me happy. But it frustrates me to know that you all have been taking advantage of finances, and if this applies, wonderful. If it doesn't, then wonderful. Either way, those of you who have taken advantage of every possibility, every free thing you could potentially get, manipulating situations, scamming everybody out of their finances, of their hard-earned income, and calling it your job. How would you feel if somebody did it to you? Would it make a difference then? See, you guys are part, if you're not applicating that theology, you guys are part of the me generation. No matter your age, color, creed, religion, status, any sexual orientation, doesn't really matter. Your problem is you. You don't look at the mirror and say, thank you for existing, I'm sorry for everything I've did to you. You sit there and excusate all your actions like it's somebody else's fault. So what's my problem? I cared way too much about all y'all, forgot to take time for me. And I probably would do it all over again. Why? Because y'all are worth it. But I just love y'all telling me I'm not worth it. I miss the times in my life where I had people think about me. They saw something, or they looked at something and they're just like, you know, she might like that. Or, you know, I think she needs that. Or, you know what, let me give her a call. Let me talk to her. They communicated. You know, I've had multiple friends, multiple best friends throughout school, the days of my school and all that. But I remember getting a job, one of my first paying jobs set aside to like any babysitting or dog sitting, cat sitting, house sitting, one of my first actual government jobs. And I believe I spent a very, very definitive portion on my best friend at the time. If not all of it. That's the kind of friend I am. But I find that me being nice equates to everyone wants to take advantage of me and disrespect me by believing they're entitled to anything that I have. I get it. You have not, if you've done that to me, or if you do that to your people, or if you do that to your friends or your family, I get it. It is psychologically a struggle to have nothing. That's why I take care of what I have. My area, my space right now is a mess. It keeps becoming a mess because not everything has a place. I don't have adequate sleeping area. I don't have adequate, it's makeshift stuff. I would love for a carpenter to come and help me and tend to like getting movable things. I used to have 2 work boxes. Those work boxes were phenomenal. They were full, but I had purchased that stuff myself. The stuff that I didn't purchase, I collected from when I was real little. It's all gone now. Why is it all gone? Because I had to keep uprooting and moving all throughout my life. No wonder I don't want to uproot and move. I'd rather just make the best of where I'm at. But my space doesn't even have enough room for a bed. I know that doesn't matter to you, but that should mean something to someone. And I'm not saying I'm being forced to be in this situation. I have no other options. I had an RV during the creek fire, paid off. It was mine. Somebody took the keys from it and won't give it back. I had just finished decorating parts of it. It's very depressing, though I'm getting through it, so I'm not depressed about it. It's depressatory. I was writing a dictionary that had the first word in it 30 letters long, and it had words from other planets on it, or in it. Can't get access to that dictionary because somebody stole it. I get tired of being stolen from. I don't go around stealing from all y'all, so why y'all stealing from me? That doesn't apply, that's wonderful. If it applies, that's your conscience. That's your conscience. If your conscientiousness does not work within your mindset, that is a problem for you. Not a problem for me, unless you are taking from me or insinuating that I have to take care of you because you're incapable of taking and tending to your own wants and needs. And another thing, if you are only on assistance so that they take care of your needs, so that you can take your money and take care of your wants, then you are the epitome of the problem. You never grew up, or you believe everybody's your parent. When you learn all the details about my life, I kind of wonder who's going to have the same opinions they had before you came into knowing everything I've been through and everything that I've put up with. I ain't asking you to bow down. I'm not asking you to do anything but live your lives respectfully, dutifully, and disciplined. But I truly don't like when I have people sitting there calling me the stupid one, the ugly one, the old one. Like, a president usually ages faster in their position. My facial features and expressions show that I carry the weight of the world on my existence. That's why I can go from looking like an old hag, apparently, to looking like a queen. But my face doesn't look like yours. It's not supposed to. This is me. You are you. Stop trying to sit there and say something's wrong with me because I don't look like you. I don't act like you. I don't do what you do. I'm not into what you into. Most of the shit that most of y'all are into is wrong. It's like when a person sits there and says, I know how to get ahead of the situation and practice magic. I'll just touch a child or inappropriately deal with the animals. That's just going to come back to you in ways you can't fathom. And to be quite honest, I believe in doing evaluations of every incarceration as much as every arrest. Why? Because I know some of y'all didn't go need nor deserve to go to jail. I know that personally, from my situations at least. And I'm sure that there's more people out there in the world like me that didn't deserve to go through the things that they went through. And even if you did deserve to go through it, doesn't mean it was appropriate for you to go through it. Y'all want to live in a society without parents because you were taught to not worry about parents' opinions? My worst fear is disappointing my fathers. I don't want to disappoint my fathers. And if you talk any shit about my mama, I might just slap you. Because you know not the details of everybody's life. You want to talk shit about me? Have at it. Don't talk shit about my mama. And in reference to my fathers, get off their dicks. Don't get off on them or make them get off on you. Stop being sexually immature. Because as long as y'all are sexually immature, I'm having problems getting into my position of power. And I didn't even ask for it. But as the tattoo on my chest says, water, life, and death, that's what my tattoo means. My tattoo literally states water, life, and death. It's on my chest, y'all. I've had 10 rounds of breast cancer. Do you know what that means? There's 7 bodies of water in the ocean and the rivers and all that stuff. There's 7 major bodies, right? That doesn't mean that you get to sit there and interpret it wrong by sitting there saying it's a rule of 7. And if you carry a 7-point badge, you better learn to know what the 6-point badge is all about. Because if I see a 7-point badge on you and you try to cuff me, you will get knocked out. 7-point badges are theft. 6-point badges are honor. Do you understand? Or do I need to sit there and ask you if you comprehend just how close humanity is to self-destructing? And I saw, I looked at a video today that defined exactly what I'm trying to get through to you all psychologically on. There's nothing wrong with being a comedian. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of fun. But you guys are pushing the limits when it comes to these animals. And whoever is trying to chip all the animals to try to control them, that's the only reason they don't come around me and praise me. You're too busy trying to put something in them to control them. That's selfish. You got to control an animal. You got to control a human being to not want to be around me. Are you that bitch? That's pathetic. You get your dominance by threat and theft. My dominance comes from who I am. Who I'm meant to be. The lacks of fucks for your opinions. But you gonna say that. Well, I don't care about your opinion. I'm doing me. You're doing you wrong. You're doing you completely wrong. I just hope there's enough time psychologically for you to realize that before you're the epitome of destroying yourself. Because you ain't gonna destroy me. And if you touch me, no matter whether you're 6-point, 7-point, if you an officer and you bring those shiny cuffs around me, it ain't gonna be good. Why? Because you got no idea what I put up with and been through for that. And I'm telling you for the last freaking time, if you threaten my children one more time, because you won't be dominant, and you want to be domineering, and you want to be in a position of power, you ain't got to worry about no human being on this earth, honey. You got to worry about your self-worth. You got to worry about your connection to the existence of humans themselves. Because all the different splicing y'all doing and all the fuckery y'all doing are going to make a mess. It's already started. The question is, how long is it going to be before the human race is wiped out because of your dumbass ignorance? You think I'm joking, right? Yo, all my friends out there, my people, no matter what your skin, your creed, your religion, your crest, am I a known liar? I say something in a I'd say music video, but I ain't got the money to do that shit. And eventually, hopefully, all my music will be compiled onto CDs and vinyls, preferably. Because I do some really good stuff, but you all misinterpret it. Well, somebody sang at the Grizzlies Stadium while I was homeless. She cursed the entire land. Like the country. I could not believe I had to hear it and listen to it. I should have been at that game. I should have been the one singing. And why don't I sing at y'all's events? For one, I don't have a manager, and I'm not going to sit there and allow people to sit there and tell you, oh, well, she knew. See, I know you guys have thrown some concerts and stated that I'd be there, and I never got the invite myself. For one, I have stage fright. Two, my teeth are not perfect, and I hate that. One of my dads is a dentist, and if you're listening, Dad, I am very sorry that I sacrificed my teeth for this country. It was ignorant of me to believe that they gave a fuck about me. But they are teeth, and whether they grow back, which I can make happen once everybody gets out of my way and off my back, or whether I pull all of them out, it doesn't mean that they have to sit there and say, I gotta go down on them. Y'all are sexually mature when you do these things, and you think it's funny because you have an addiction. If that be your addiction, I'm your worst damn enemy. Why? Because I'm not sexually mature. I could be. It'd be much more fun. For freaking A. But I have too many responsibilities and lots of discipline to know it's always better when you wait a little bit. There's a difference between fucking and making love, or making fucking love. But more importantly, I don't think I'm a bit tired. I very rarely yawn, which means I'm tired. Wow, I might actually get some really good sleep. Anywho, I don't think y'all comprehend what you've done. So I'm going to ask that everybody who has self-worth or confidence within themselves appreciate the simple fact when you look in the mirror, hey, you accomplished this today. You recovered from this today. This is a good day. That was a bad day. I should have changed that attitude. I should have changed what I did. I should not have done that. I should improve that. I should say sorry. If you guys can't improve as a society, and I can't live amongst an entire community, no matter where I'm at, without respect, then obviously I'm going to have to start playing bad roles. I've seen some bad scripts, and I've refused to take them. Why? Because, Joker did ask me, and there've been so many people who played Joker, right? Joker did ask me to be his girlfriend. And I have no idea what's going on with this right now. Not a bad thing, not a good thing. But as long as you women are sitting there playing sexual tantrums on these men and labeling them your slaves, it's going to be problematic. See, you think you can get on the top and just have a whole bunch of slaves working for you. There is something beautiful about being able to do things for yourself. There's something beautiful about being able to speak up about what's been done or what you accomplished recovery through all over. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. Most of y'all who know me have never seen this side of me. Never had to. For one, didn't know. Apparently I had either been hypnotized or I had been sick with my memory or whatnot, but that's not the situation now. Situation is I know my names, and I know what I've done, and I know what I've been through. Maybe I'm not doing certain things because I don't want to be treated like crap anymore. Oh my gosh. 3 times I've yawned. That's very rare for me. I think I need to get off of here. Definitely need to brush my teeth, but I really don't want to use the toothbrush that somebody used on the toilet. Do y'all have a toothbrush? Could you send me a toothbrush, please? Really don't like that someone used a toothbrush, my toothbrush, a really awesome toothbrush, on the toilet. I remember that day. Was I'm about to split up just thinking about. I'm gonna get off here. I hope that you start thinking about your choices and your actions and you make better decisions. Otherwise, just stay the heck away from me. My time is worth money. And while I will never say you're not worthy of my time, if you're gonna be a problem to me intentionally, you got no reason to be around me. That being said, y'all are welcome around me. I love y'all. Y'all worth it. But I need y'all to stop calling me and everybody else worthless. Could we do that? Could we work on being better human beings and loving each other through it? Could we do that? Oh gosh. By the way, I'm out of makeup. And I really would like to put some makeup on. Does anybody have any makeup I can have? I prefer to have brand new makeup, but I don't mind expecting or accepting makeup that you're no longer using. Why? I'm an artist. I'll find a use for it on my face. I like playing with makeup. I just don't have any. I like doing crafts, but I just don't have much. In fact, most of what I got, 98% of it is recyclables. That's all I've pretty much been given. Nothing's wrong with that though. Maybe people are budgeting. Because I know that they're not budgeting and they just treat me like I'm a cheap, easy thought. It's about thinking about something or conjuring something. And if they sitting there making plans with somebody to conjure against me, I hope that gets all of what she deserves by being forgiven for what she's done. I think I'll watch. I think I'll go watch some of Angel Studios videos. I really like their stuff. May y'all have a great, and I do mean a great weekend. I'm sure I'll be back on at one point because, like, apparently the world thinks I can't shut up. But most of y'all have never seen the side of me that really enjoys a good book. Like, I really love books. Got no bookshelves. I would have books all over the house. All over the house. That way I wouldn't have to feel like I gotta run to Scotland or Ireland or anywhere else that has wonderful libraries so that I can just disappear and not give a crap about whether you know where I'm at. But she's dyslexic. Means she has trouble reading. Well, yeah, I do have trouble reading, and because of y'all's making decisions against me and hexing and vexing me, how I need some glasses to read. Which, by the way, aren't very good. I truly need an optometrist to come do a house call. Do you know any optometrists that do house calls? Or do you have an optometrist? No, do you have an optometry? I would say machine, but it's not a machine. It's an old-fashioned, ingenuitized optometrism. They call it optometrism. It detects any defects within your eyes. I believe what I've got is early onset cataracts. Well, because somebody just likes to mess with me. They can't respect me. But I need to get off here because I'm getting tired. The carrots came out great, by the way, but I got no containers. So I gotta figure out how to get some containers. They call them Tupperware. I used to love the Tupperware. Those Tupperwares are awesome. But nobody throws Tupperware parties and I don't have any money in the first place. So this being said, if you're my friend or my family or somebody who loves me and doesn't sit there and play games just because nobody's looking, I believe I've made my address public multiple times, but you can message me for it. And could you please refrain from the scamming against me? I'm getting really disgustingly tired of it. But if you're capable, I know it's like 11:06, but do you have sushi? Any of y'all got some sushi? Want to bring me some Burger King? I want food. And they messed with my freaking EBT card, so I can't order food. Couldn't even pay the damn fee, so look what it is. Anywho, it's time for me to go do my own thing. Y'all have a great weekend. Oh, and by the way, is Brittany. I mean, Rachel's how most of y'all know me, but I prefer the name Brittany. Why? Why not? It's not like I'm gonna go back to being Alejandra Silver. That would implicate that I'm Mexican too. And y'all apparently think I'm not Mexican at all. Is that why you took the proof of it while I was in jail right before you sat there and assaulted me, officer? I mean, I got assaulted 6 times that time when I was arrested. You know what my crime was? Asking for water from an AM PM. 6 times. Maybe I should, let the city hall know what happened to me. I don't want to sue, though. I just want them reprimanded by being retrained appropriately. I was assaulted by 4 inmates and 2 officers. I'm still here, though, thank God, but I have really, really definitive concerns about the correctional system. This is some wrong behavior. It's gonna stop. I'm gonna make sure of it. Even if I have to audit every arrest and incarceration ever has happened. By the way, I'm also one of the ones that's keeping the United States west side of the ocean safe from tsunamis and monsoons. And if you change that and bring problems to me, I'm going to do it to myself. They'll bring you to me. I guarantee they'll bring you to me. When I speak, you listen. When I'm quiet, you're concerned. But when I'm in love, or when I'm being loved, it's the most beautiful thing. So if you know who you are, I love you. If you don't know who you are, I love you. If you need to know who love you, I love you. But don't make me hate you. Make good choices. Why? Why not? Y'all tried the bad thing. Did it work out for you? Or did you just get into a position where you everybody wants to be in your position now, right? Want me to be that guy? Should I be sadomastically sadistic? I don't think you're ready for that. And I choose not to do that. But in the event you realize I'd like to get back to being a girl and being girly, VADA would like to actually be able to enjoy her life further rather than just have everybody tell her she's too. I can't say that. What I can say is, though, I look forward to doing all kinds of wonderful, fun things as soon as I can guarantee nobody's going to go through my shit. As soon as I can guarantee nobody's going to take my shit. It may not be much. It may not be anything at all to you. It's not yours, though. So can we applicate that theology to not touch what's not ours? And in the event you sit there and say, but you touch what's not yours. I didn't get the name Touch because I touched somebody. I got the name Touch for many different reasons, 7 different reasons, however. Got the name mainly to reference don't touch me. Don't touch a child. Don't abuse an animal. Don't destroy each other. Don't touch me. And if you're not careful with your surprisings, you're surprising me. Whether it be you running up to me to give me a hug or whatnot, I'm very skilled. But I'm very disciplined. So if you catch me off guard, I'm not going to take responsibility if you get hurt. If you're trying to attack me, you get what you have coming to you. But I'm not a violent person. So as long as you're not trying to scam me or fuck with me or hurt me, or those I love, which is pretty much the entire earth, then you're good. But word of advice, while I'm not a violent person, not an aggressive person, I don't have an anger issue. I have a no BS policy type thing. There are people in the WWE that are retiring because they were told or they heard wind that I was potentially going to go into being a fighter. And they started retiring in droves within martial arts and wrestling and mixed martial arts and all that stuff. I'm not scared of any of y'all. I'm not even afraid to die. But I am afraid that you guys are unaware of the potential of everything that could potentially happen because of your ignorance. Oh, and one detail you didn't know about me. I'm also the late Pope's daughter. So technically I'm Catholic, but I'm Christian, so I fall underneath the bracket of Christian agnostic. There's Christianity and there's Catholicism. I'm right down the middle. Why? For good reasons. Did I say enough? Do you need a further expose? Did this interview get you paid? Because it sure ain't been doing nothing but playing me. I'm just saying. I'm a neuroquantum physicist. I'm known by many names. But if you asked me what I prefer the name Brittany. Unless, of course, somebody's trying to take that from me, too. Then I'll change it back to VADA. But I really love dancing. You could see it. You could see the love I had for dancing. Or have for dancing. In what's yet to be shown. Footage that is yet to be shown. As much as, you know, when I was Irene Carter. When I was Baby. You know. Flash dance, dirty dancing, all that kind of stuff. I just ain't been paid for any of it. And I don't know whether it's because I was taking care of all the bills when it comes to welfare and stimulus checks, or that they just didn't want to give me the money that I earned. I don't really care about that. I just want to continue to live my life without you messing with me. Could y'all stop messing with me, please? That'd be wonderful. I don't want to wait for it. But if you're intentionally trying to screw me over, you're intentionally saying I'm not good enough. I got like 1,600 children when it comes to the babies that I've had and the eggs that have been like borrowed from me. I got like 1,600 kids. What is your excuse? Most of y'all can't even function by handling one and raising them properly. And if I didn't raise you and you acting up, you're not going to be doing that anymore, are you? Because you should be wanting to make your mother proud of you. Your father proud of you. And what is my expectation? That you reach as close as possible your full potential without harming, hurting, or destroying another human being, as much as not allowing these animals to believe they don't have a voice. Is that too much to ask from a person who only has their GED? Would love a diploma. Don't have one. So you've got something on me. Congratulations. That's what I want. I want a diploma. So I can sit there and tell my kids I accomplished something. Rather than just being the bitch everybody wants to fucking destroy. And if you're my child and watching this, I really, really need you to start talking to me daily. Because if the day comes where I don't have the ability to talk to you anymore, I can't guarantee any outcome. I'd rather it be me destroyed. I'd rather it be me that goes through things like that. I don't want y'all going through bad things. I don't want you being destroyed by bad people. But if you are, I'm going to have to find a way to forgive these people. So that I don't go and act like them, disrespectful and disloyal to my Jesus. I'm just saying. I love y'all.